Hi. Hey, hi.
What's up?
Sorry,
don't mind him. He ain't gonna do nothing.
He's just a little stressed out. It's fine. It's fine.
So, unlawful detention over unlawful reasoning to get pulled over.
Now, remember, this is a bigger pig than the other pig.
Gonna pull me over for not having a front plate?
Let me look at that real quick, by the way.
Yeah, please.
Now that's the third cop checking. Get a trifold. Get a trifold, invoke your Fifth Amendment right. My head is like rocking. Like I'm just so pissed off. This is everything that we don't want. We don't want people who are in a position of authority willing to lie to you to your face, to put words in your mouth so that you can justify an illegal detention. And this is everything that we don't want. This is horrible. And now this is the third cop who needs to check. This is the dog and pony show that these pigs are. The other two cops didn't tell him. I pulled him over for having no license plate, and then there's a license plate. The other two cops didn't tell him. Put a one in the chat if you're 99.9% sure that at least one of the two cops said he pulled him over to have a front license plate, and then he has a front license plate.
Seen that plate?
Yeah, I see it.
What's your name and badge number, sir?
Sergeant Parsi 20424.
He's not going to
So, can I ask you, what can I call you? Because I know he hasn't gotten
Good
that.
citizen.
Good citizen. My understanding from the officer, and correct me if this has been misrepresented for a
Sounds like a big dog.
is that
Your body
he
language
told
is
you that
terrible.
he pulled
Stop.
you over
Settle
for
down.
not having a
Settle
front
down.
license
Take it.
plate
So both cops told him then. He admits it here.
for modified exhaust. Now,
But he doesn't have a modified exhaust.
when you pointed out that you do have a front license plate, he checked and apologized. He said he didn't see it.
He did not say he was sorry. That's a lie again.
But the modified exhaust is still a violation of the vehicle code
How so?
because it's illegal to modify exhaust from stock.
Who said I modified
It's
an
not
exhaust
modified.
and can you prove it?
So when it comes to matters of that, I cannot interject myself because I did not witness the offense.
This car was a gift, so you know
Okay.
nothing's getting changed on this vehicle. You guys have tried to harass me multiple times over this car
Who
for
is-
other things.
Who is you guys?
You jackboot thug pigs.
The
Law
SIDS,
enforcement,
law
highway
enforcement,
patrol.
period.
Okay. 'Cause you
Okay,
and I have
and
never
I've been
met.
in multiple vehicles because I own multiple vehicles. I am that well off, and I will hire lawyers to push lawsuits here very soon this year
And
because I'm so sick of this. This is the second time I've been lied to
That is
by
all.
law enfortement over I'm pulling you over for a front plate, sir. And if you take my ID, if you ask for it, you're going to take me if you need to and do what you need because I'm not giving you guys anything over an unlawful detention.
So the officer believes and has reasonable suspicion to believe that there's modified exhaust.
So he
Now,
can give you a ticket over that? Yep.
I did not hear your car.
Is that a moving violation?
It is a moving violation. It's a fix-it ticket too. The officer has reasonable suspicion to stop you. Let me speak to your other point real quick, okay?
Stop.
It is totally within your
Quit it.
constitutional right to fight the citation. That is 100% within your rights. I'll never try to interfere with that.
Because somebody heard my car, not actually did their job and looked under my car, you're going to try to force a bogus ticket on me.
So I'm not trying to force anything on anyone. You asked me to come out here and I'm just explaining the situation to you.
And I would like you to confirm that I have a modified exhaust, sir.
I'm not going to do that. The highway patrol, let me interject.
A
real quick.
fixable ticket, and let me interject you right now. Fixable ticket is correctable by an officer, a supervisor of potential badging. If you're a supervisor and you can correct the situation, I would like for you, sir, to correct the situation by looking at my car.
Then, all right, we can do that. Here.
Yeah, then do it.
All right, let's look at your car. Do you
Yeah.
have any weapons on you?
For what?
Why am
Look,
Don't answer any questions. If you immediately invoke your Fifth Amendment and you show on camera that you've invoked your Fifth Amendment, you invoke the Fifth Amendment, you show on camera you've invoked the Fifth Amendment, and they can't ask you any more questions. There's a method to the madness here. And now he's asking, do you have any weapons? And he says, for what? Answers a question with a question. That's not what you do. You stand on your civil liberties. You stand on the rights that our founding fathers made sure they put in the Constitution. Patrick Henry said, I will not ratify the Constitution. I will not allow this to move forward unless the Bill of Rights is inserted into the Constitution. Patrick Henry lived and died for your Bill of Rights. That was his purpose on earth, and that's what he did. That's why you can invoke your Fifth Amendment right. You have to have the literature on a piece of paper. Write it down on your own piece of paper if you want. That way you can show the camera, show the copper. You have to do it right, or they can go around your rights. In court, later they will. The judge will work against you.
All right, let's look at your car. Do you have any weapons on you?
for what?
Why am
Look
I-
at the car. You're not looking at me. Why are you asking me if I have stuff on me?
Okay. Where are the keys for the car?
Right there.
Okay. Stay here. I'll be right back.
Ordering him around.
The fuck? Gonna ask me if I have fucking weapons on me when I ask you to look at my car?
All right.
Settle down.
So I would say, based on my training experience, that
Settle
the
down.
exhaust on this car is modified as well. So G35 typically have two exhaust pipes. types. This has one, and I don't see a resonator.
The resonator is there, and I will take video of this right now because I already been told I'm free to go, right?
No, you've not been told you're free to go.
Actually, I was.
No, the officer asked you to identify yourself.
I asked him if I was being detained too, and he said I'm not being detained. I'm free to go, but I asked for you to show up.
Hey, Officer Perch, did you tell him he's free to go?
Yes.
Did you tell him that he's free to go?
I got a
Did
witness
you tell
here.
him that he's free to go
Yeah, now or at any point?
at any point.
No.
Really?
You're lying. You said you're free to go. He said, am I free to go? He said, you can go.
You just said no?
We asked you if you were.
I got you on video and I have a witness in my car, sir. You're lying for the second time during this stop.
Let him respond.
You wanted to wait for a sergeant.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and
But that doesn't
We're on
mean
a
that we're
traffic.
detained and you
well,
did
I-
say that.
Okay, so do you want me to play for you?
So usually, once you get stopped, we get ID.
Okay, we can sit here for hours, guys.
Wow.
I can show
We're
you
not
the
gonna do
video.
that. I'm going to tell you that
there's
right
no
now. We're
point.
I
not.
can show you video of him
Oh, there comes the authoritarian. There comes the authoritarian. There comes your daddy.
lying here for hours, guys. I can show
We're
you
not
the
gonna do
video.
that. I'm going to tell you that
There's
right
no
now. We're
point.
I
not.
can show you video of him lying right
Do you
now.
intend to issue him a citation?
Settle down.
If I do an inspection, if it's fine, then probably not. I just wanted to stop the inspection.
Okay. So, by the vehicle code, CHP has authority to do inspections on vehicles.
Yep.
Do you want to do an inspection right now?
I'm asking
here's
because
the
you
thing. There's
are
three-
trying to
telling you-
lie
And I'm telling
about
you as a supervisor,
stuff.
And I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you my honest belief on my training and experience. I have no stake in
I
it.
haven't seen past this.
Why would I lie to you?
This car was a gift to me, and I've been harassed in this car too many times.
Okay.
And you know what?
So
This suits the law enforcement that take care of our communities. I have you guys on video with cars that have no front plate, tinted windows, and modified exhaust. So if you guys really want to go there, let's go to court over what you want to call a modified exhaust. Let's do this.
Can I see your driver's license, registration, and insurance?
If you say let's go to court over this, then that means you have to give him your license to get a ticket to go to court over this. This is why you plead the Fifth Amendment, and when the cop says you can go, you leave, and we do the best we can to embarrass the pig on Sunday Night Chat. That's the only recourse you have. He's dug himself into a deeper hole, and the words he just used screwed him.
And you in the office, see your driver's
Even the woman, watch her face.
Let's go to court over what you want to call a modified exhaust. Let's do this.
Can I see your driver's license, registration, and insurance? And you and the officer will go to court on this. The officer has reasonable suspicion that this vehicle.
Do you see why Terry versus Ohio is so damning? Because you have to have probable cause according to the Fourth Amendment. Terry v. Ohio dramatically lowers it down to reasonably suspicious. And then any dumb, stupid pig like this one with the stupid glasses can say, I'm reasonably suspicious. And then the other jackboot thug pig supervisor will back him up. That's the problem with Terry versus Ohio. He's quoting Terry.
Has modified exhaust and can issue you a citation. You are detained.
Moving violation.
You are required to identify yourself. Now, if you refuse to, then our only other option is to take you to jail, which would be silly.
I demanded for you to come here.
And I'm explaining the law to you.
He told me I was free to go, and now you're telling me different because I asked for you to show up.
I was not here. I did not witness that. The officer saying he did not say you were free to go.
So you're gonna sit there and lie under oath.
Hang on, let him speak real
I
quick.
think what I said was, if you don't want the supervisor to come out, then you're free to go.
Okay, then there you go. So he's not detained if he's free to go.
But you wanted to wait for the supervisor to speak with the supervisor.
So does that mean I'm detained?
So you did say you were free to go.
And we said that we would wait.
Oh, God.
Or we could wait, is what he said. I believe.
So basically,
So now I have you
Just either
actually
wait or
sitting
go.
here lying
Effing Mike's not real great at this.
on video
Which, by the way, it's hard to be really great at this.
once again.
I didn't know, guys. It's not time to.
Stop talking.
I will tell you this, sir. I'm inclined for a citation to be issued.
Of course he is. There it is.
Honestly, because I truthfully believe that exhaust.
Oh, you truthfully believe? Put a 1 in the chat if you don't believe anything truthful comes out of this pig's mouth. They've all lied so far, the two of them, and this third one's lying as well.
And
So then we'll
honestly,
just go
this
to court
and
over
this
it.
all could have been resolved if you just spoke civilly to the officer.
Really?
Oh, if you just respected the pig, this all could have been resolved.
So if I wouldn't hurt your feelings,
How are my feelings, sir? My feelings.
if I would have spoke civilly, oh, but I'm being pulled over unlawfully.
You're not, sir.
Bullshit.
Okay, then
I got a for no front plate is what he said he pulled me over for.
For no front plate and
So-
for.
Oh, and then tack on secondary shit.
That it is not a modified.
And I'm going to prove in court what a moving violation is.
But to prove in court, you got to give your license, bud.
Signed off.
I'm gonna show you guys in court what moving violations are versus actual vehicle code violations.
Well, the way to do it would be the other way around.
If
So
I'm
you would
satisfied
go,
with
so
it,
the ticket's a
I'll
fix-it
get your
ticket.
ID.
Yeah,
And
get it done
then-
first, and then.
You ain't getting nothing from me unless you prove that I'm doing something unlawful, which you already admitted guilt to a lot of things, dude.
Do you think this guy's going to go to jail? How many people think this guy's going to go to jail? Put a 1 in the chat if you think he's going to go to jail. This jackboot thug pig that they called in, he's got a great big ego, and his ego is going to put this guy in jail. The driver's going to be stupid. What do I teach you guys? Give the pigs, whether they're right or wrong, unless you're going to be a freedom fighter and you want to take on the jail time, you give the pig your license, registration, and proof of insurance that you pre-laminate all together. Even in states where they got to get the actual ID, you still have a copy of it ready to go. That way you could tell the copper, here's a laminated copy of it. I got to reach in my pocket to get the real one out. I got to reach down. I'm filming everything, copper. So here's my license, registration, proof of ID. I got to take my hand down here and reach into my pocket. Are we okay with each other? Do you need to put more light in here before I reach down? I don't want to get shot here today. And if you think it can't happen, it can. I think this guy's going to go to jail. To tell him, let's go to court means you have to give ID and get a citation. When the cops say, I'm going to issue a citation, at that point, you have to give your ID. It's not what I want. It's the rules. I don't agree with the rules. I'm going to become the lawmaker and change the rules. Why do you think I'm running for governor or mayor or whatever I run for? Why do you think I'm running for the position of power that is the decider maker? I'll be the decision maker. Why do you think I'm doing that? Because the rules are stupid and work against freedom. This guy's going to go to jail. That's what I think. I think he's going to go to jail.
If you want to take me to jail, really?
No, we don't. That's the whole thing.
Because you're telling me I'm detained after I already was told I'm free to go. So you guys are riding a real fine line here.
Yeah, but the judge is going to be on their side.
I'm operating with the information I have.
No, you came up there and said, truthfully, I think you should get a citation. That's what you did, pig. God, this pisses me off.
But does that make sense to you?
I need a cookie. I need a cookie.
You're talking to my passenger.
She asked me a question and I answered it, sir. That's the civil thing to do.
He's a dick.
Now here's the deal, okay?
Oh, I'm so sorry. What did he say?
What I don't want is people. Now here's the deal.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal, everybody. Put it in the chat. Here's the deal. Put it in the chat. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Where's Brian from Here's the Deal? Here's the deal. Here's the deal. He's got the deal going for you. Here's the deal, everybody. Here's the deal. I'm delirious because I was exhausted coming into this live stream. I'm even more exhausted now listening to effing Mike.
Okay. What I don't want is people, and feel free to shoot whoever you want.
Oh, we're watching, buddy.
All your videos too.
What I don't want is I don't want people to think that if they hold a camera in our face and are obstinate, that they get out a citation.
That's not what this is.
Yeah, he's not wanting to get out.
That's not what this is. I want people to stop getting harassed over shit.
Like, why do we have to get pulled over again and again? We're law-abiding citizens.
She's been with me multiple fucking times now.
We don't do anything illegal like that.
And
A moving violation and a vehicle code violation are two different fucking
That's
things.
the only
Bullshit.
reason why
there's a
we're
vehicle
down,
code
why we
violation.
record,
Vehicle
and why
violations
he's
break
upset.
down into mechanical
And it
violations
doesn't
and
matter where
moving
we go.
violations.
Like,
And this car was a gift to me. I've told you multiple times. I didn't do shit to this car.
I understand, and nobody is saying that you did. That's why it's a fix-it ticket. I bought a car before that has window tints on the front.
It's escalating. It's escalating.
Windows, right? I own that car now, and I can be liable. I can be liable to get that
Got the tow
citation,
truck coming in the background.
right? I removed the window tint.
I have multiple offices on video with cars that are your guys' car, law enforcement's vehicles, personal vehicles that are tax money paid for,
You're gonna go to jail, brother.
that y'all rock with modifications, that you're pulling me over for right now.
They're
I
sovereign.
can tell you right now that I don't
Mike, they are sovereign citizens. They don't live by the law.
think there's any of that in our back lot. I take it extremely seriously.
Oh,
Oh, no, you don't. You don't. You're a pig, dude.
Highway Patrol, we haven't gone through their
Not all of yous.
sheriff's department. We noticed
So-
all that.
So
I've been through
I value your guys' time, and
Yeah, we value
So,
yours actually.
You want me to start the car so you can hear it again?
that's what he asked.
Settle down, guys.
Okay.
Go eat your nut. That's fine.
So I would like for you guys to do some research.
That's
and
it. You guys don't understand. This is Terry versus Ohio. Reasonable, articulable suspicion. They can reasonably say that they reasonably were suspicious. That's all that Terry versus Ohio requires. The standard of probable cause, Fourth Amendment, is dead. And now it's reasonable suspicion. Whatever's reasonable to the pigs. Who's the judge going to believe? The reasonable pigs. This is Terry versus Ohio. OTVO. Curtis has already put it in the chat. That's what it's about. This is a Terry stop based on his reasonable articulable suspicion of an exhaust.
actually look at what a G35 sounds like from the factory versus even what this is right now. And guess
You're
what?
trying to litigate the case on the side of the road with pigs who only have cuffs, sticks, guns, and tasers.
There's a
They don't
resonator.
have a brain.
There is catalytic on here.
Let me write down your number real quick and get you out of here. That's it.
So you're actually going to go through with giving me a citation.
Yes, dude, yes. What's their goal? Pull you over, arrest you, impound your car, take you to the dungeon, and steal your money.
I was not going to give you a ticket.
He just wants to.
What do you want my ID for then?
He has a lawful right to ask for it because you.
Anytime Highway Patrol makes a stop, okay, it's our policy to get ID, write our ID down.
I understand what your
It's
policy
policy, but it's not law. He can fight that.
is, but what law?
But he's going to go to jail to fight the policy.
If I break the law,
Who thinks this supervisor here is going to snap and say, get out of the car, you're going to jail? How many think that's what's going to happen? Put a 1 in the chat if you think the supervisor is going to snap and say, that's it, you're under arrest. Let me put a 1 for me. I think he's going to snap and say, get out of the car. Let me put a 1. There's a 1 for me. I think the supervisor snaps in a second. That's what I think.
There's reasonable suspicion that you did, even if you didn't change the exhaust. If this car was given to you this way, if the exhaust is
but I have to break the law.
exhaust is modified, then a violation has been
Can you go to jail for modified exhaust? Yes or no? Put a 1 in the chat if you can go to jail for modified exhaust. Put a 2 in the chat if you can't go to jail. We asked the same question earlier.
committed, and you're the operator of this vehicle, and you said
And so
you
they
own
feel like
it.
we have to prove that. They all feel like we have to prove that.
That's right.
So you guys are going to give me a citation. If I'm going to give you my ID, you're going to give me a citation, and you're going to court.
I told you I was not going to give you a ticket for it.
If I'm giving you my ID, you're giving me a citation
You want me to give you a ticket?
because you want my ID.
Okay, so our CHP policy is when
Wait, effing Mike is not very smart.
we give somebody a verbal warning, we have to take their ID, we write it down, we put it in a little form, and then we get them on their way.
That is correct, because we've interacted with you
Oh, of course. I'm the one who trained him.
in case there's
And that
ever.
way you have it.
Yeah.
And I told you, I am not writing you
And
a
she just doesn't want her guy to go to jail here, and he's itching to go to jail.
ticket. I am not writing you a ticket, okay?
Then
I
give
just-
him your ID and leave, dude.
Need your ID.
Well, I have all your ID numbers, your names. You're getting
Settle.
complaint formally because this is unlawful.
I brought the form if you want to fill it
But
out.
I have plenty.
In their point of view, all it is, it actually is.
Which,
Okay,
frankly, and I'll tell
okay.
you as a, I can't
So
speak
now-
to that. I believe that there is a violation.
Okay.
But when it, and I don't infringe upon that as a supervision, but that's ultimately his right as an officer. And I don't infringe upon that as a supervision.
It's his right as an officer to do what he wants. It's not the pig's job to uphold your civil liberties. It's not the supervisor's job to uphold your civil liberties and check the pig. He says it's the pig's right.
But I will, he's not going to write you a ticket because then I will have heard him lie to you guys, right? And that's not good. So we can't have that.
Settle down.
And take a look, folks. I hate to stop it because I want to get through this. I know it's late on the East Coast. Take a look at what he's doing. You got 3 pigs there who you've agitated, and you're looking all around your car with your hands. He asked you if you had a weapon. You said, why are you asking me that? Now he's reaching all over the car. It's a recipe to get himself killed. I give you the broccoli wad rubber band. It's called a broccoli wad rubber band because they use this particular kind of rubber band to wad up big wads of broccoli together. It's called a broccoli wad rubber band because it can hold together a bunch of stalks of broccoli together. That's why it's called a broccoli wad rubber band. It goes over your visor nicely. Then your trifold slips right into it nicely. Then when you get your license, registration, proof of insurance laminated, it goes nicely right into the trifold, slips right in like that. Look at that. Look at that. Slips right in there. See it? Slips right in there. Then you got here. This goes over your visor. Now you got everything right there. Now you use your phone just like this. Just like this. Just like that. You skipped all this bullshit. Skipped all of it. And then the cop says, give me your ID. And you just go just like this. There it is. This isn't the physical copy, pig. This is a laminated photocopy, just so you have all my information. My insurance and my registration match the driver's license that's laminated on the card. Because then if you're reaching around and your glasses case, the side of your glasses case, if he thinks that the glare on your glasses case right there, if he thinks that's the side of a gun, you see how it's reflecting? If he thinks that's a gun, he shoots you in the head. You get shot in the head. I sat here and taught you a rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols. This is frustrating. He's reaching around. He's reaching everywhere.
I had the shit in my pocket.
I know. I saw you pick up your license today. Hey, relax. Come on now. Pup, stop chewing on Slim because it's stressing him out.
Now, he can't find his license.
Already in a stressful situation. Puppy, boost. Stop.
This is really pissing me off.
Okay, he can't find his license. He can't find it. Okay, these cops just want to be done with him. They just want to be done with him, right? If you're in Indiana or Oklahoma and the cops, they don't want to arrest you. They just want to be fucking done with you. If you have a photocopy of your driver's license, I would bet my left nut they will let you go. They'll take the copy of your license and they'll run your numbers along with your proof of insurance and your registration. It will all match up and the cops will let you go with a photocopy of your driver's license. With a photocopy of it. I have 3 of these in my car. One in the visor, one in the console, one behind the passenger seat, and one stashed. I have 4. One stashed in the very back. In case the one in my visor I took out to show you guys or something. I have multiple copies of mine. And I've got multiple trifolds in my car. I got this one. I got this one. I got 3 or 4 of this one all over my car. Because I don't want that to be me. The cops, even in Indiana or Oklahoma, where you have to show your physical ID, at this point, the cops would let him go with a photocopy. He knew he didn't have his license. Why do you think his girlfriend looked at him like that right when they realized they had a reason to ask him for it? I don't know if Jeebus is right or not, but if he just followed the policies, procedures, and protocols of Team DLZ and he had a copy of it, obviously I'm not Brad Pitt, but if he had a copy of it, this is from Hollywood Boulevard for entertainment purposes only. You got to be prepared. You got to be prepared. I got a hand cancel. It's got to be a hand cancel on your envelopes so that your trifold and your cop cards go through. I got to be prepared when I ship your stuff or it F's up. You see what I'm saying? Everything has policy, procedure, and protocol. Did anybody know about hand cancel before tonight? Have you ever heard about hand cancel before tonight? If you never heard of this, now you have. So do it. Get your ish put together. Get your trifold in your car. Don't be stupid.
No, lost my license last time. I mean, my wallet last time I was pulled over because of bullshit. I don't know it right now, but I'll give you my name and whatever. Michael Moors, Moors.
So now the cops want to get rid of this guy so bad that they're willing to take just his name, date of birth, and his address. They're willing to take anything just to be rid of F and Mike. Maybe they're not. Maybe they arrest him. I don't know. I haven't seen the rest of this. I stopped watching in 7 minutes.
Do you have a middle name?
R. Roger.
Roger. What's your date of birth?
1/17/89.
17A. And your address?
My address just changed.
Okay. What would it say on your driver's license?
It's P.O. Box 1771.
In city?
Redway, California.
What's the zip code there?
95560.
Relax.
Please don't hurt the
Relax.
dog.
Put it-
I'm with you there, man. They've always
Yeah, it's probably laying underneath my seat or something. This isn't okay.
You don't have to sit there and be rude.
Bro, you just should have left when you had the chance.
You need to understand that what's not okay about this is I'm really tired of getting pulled over for violations that the law enforcement chooses to actually rock on their vehicles as well, that we pay for.
Well,
We pay for y'all's jobs.
I can't speak. Well, I can't speak to the modified exhaust part. Like I said, the truck that
Let me ask you a question. Can you go to jail for not having your driver's license on you? Can you go to jail for not having identification on you when you've been pulled over by the police? 1 for yes, 2 for no. How many people? 1 for yes, you can go to jail for not having your ID. 2 for no. 1 for yes, you can go to jail for not having your ID. 2 for no, you cannot go to jail for not having your driver's license because they can just run it, right? How many people? How many people? Cope Dog's got it. Instead of calling out Andy, I'll just cope it out. All the people who said 1 are correct. You can go to jail for any infraction of the law. 2001 Atwater versus City of Lago Vista. I have a headache. I'm finishing this video. I have a headache. I'm so frustrated. I'm frustrated with effing Mike. I'm frustrated with the cops. I'm frustrated with this whole thing. I'm frustrated that people don't know that the cops can arrest you for anything. Not you, Andy, but you can go to jail for not having your license on you. You 100% can go to jail.
I bought
tinted windows
and it's not over. He may go to jail.
and no front plates.
I got it with, it was used. I got it with window tint. I took it off, right? Because I don't want to be a hypocrite.
The court held that the Fourth Amendment does not forbid a warrantless arrest of a minor criminal offense. If an officer has probable cause to believe that an individual has committed even a very minor criminal offense, he may, without violating the Fourth Amendment, arrest the offender. Right there. That's it right there. In a 5-4 decision from the Supreme Court in a case called Atwater versus City of Lago Vista. You saw it right there. Okay?
Actually rock on their vehicles as well.
It's not for being hypocritical like that. What I can say is,
I'm gonna lie, you are a hypocrite.
is at my office.
That's why I'm so pissed off right now.
It makes sense. I totally understand. I totally understand.
I'm sick of the lies and the tyrannical attitude.
Let me ask you this.
Tyrannical to me is
You don't have
when
your license, bro. You better shut the front door.
people pull somebody over wearing a badge and lie about why they pulled somebody over.
There you go. Yeah, manipulation that way.
What I appreciate about what Officer Perch did, though, is he made a mistake and
Yeah,
he apologized.
He
to
did.
you.
He did.
Shut up, chick. He did not apologize.
Yeah, I didn't see the front plate,
So he appreciates what the cops did.
right? And
Right.
at the end of the day, we are all humans, and I've had to
No,
apologize.
you're not human. You're a demon.
Namely, like when people get the temporary red stickers and put them in the back window, and it's
I've been
tinted.
pulled over for that one too.
I've done. I will tell you right now, I've pulled probably 50 people over in my career for that, and you just can't see it. It's an honest to goodness mistake, right?
Yeah.
That stuff happens. Is you good to go? Okay. Well,
There it is. Keen. Thank you.
I
Thank
hope.
you.
I
I actually knew this case. I've taught it previously. Thank you, though, Life Under the Microscope. I've actually taught this case before. I did a full breakdown on this case on a video one time. I guess I'm not quite as smart as I think I am. It's Heenan versus North Carolina, 2014. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that a traffic stop based on a reasonable mistake by a pig does not violate the Fourth Amendment. So he can make a mistake. It's Heenan versus North Carolina. Yeah, I did the whole breakdown on this case before. I guess I'm not quite as smart as I think I am.
hope you don't think I've lied to you at all. I feel like I've been truthful with you. I have been truthful with you. I know that.
Thank you, Life Under the
So,
Microscope.
The officer has your info, so you're good to go, sir. Do you have any questions for us?
Not any further at this point.
Okay. I would say if you believe in your heart of hearts that the exhaust is legal, you could get something from a shop.
Already
Say,
just-
and then if it ever happens, be like, hey, I get pulled over for this all the time.
And now the woman, I mean, she hasn't been the best through the stop, but the woman at this point really just wants her guy not to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. He's not me, though. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do it quite the way that it should have been done. When the cop says you're free to go, leave. Don't sit there and press because this supervisor wanted to arrest him.